There we go. Alright everybody. Why hello there everyone. I'm the Kumo Sensei, and welcome back to another live stream. So yeah, as promised, I'm live streaming again on Saturday. Oh hello there John. It seems like everybody's here today all of a sudden. Well, it is Saturday after all, and it is my day off. I don't usually... Yeah, I got it. So I usually don't get Saturdays off too often, especially when it comes to work. So to get a Saturday off again is truly a blessing, and I'm truly thankful for that, everybody. But yeah, welcome back to another live stream. I don't really have any plans today, but I really just want to chill because, my god, basically everybody, I'm working full-time, so I'm not getting as many days off as I would like, but I can't really complain about the work hours because I do need the money, as I'm trying to save, well, save money to repair my car because it got rear-ended, and also trying to save a bit as well, extra, for moving out. Today is International Women's Day. Oh yeah, super hyped actually. Dude, still, I have a lot of, you know, now that you mention that, I have a lot of favorite female anime characters. Like, of recent times, Mao Mao, one of those is for example, and many other things, but truly though, I truly want to thank everybody for this week. This week has been a very rough week, and I do gotta do some stuff after live streaming, so I do plan on training a little bit once I get off this live stream, and I will actually record a little bit of that, because some people have been asking, well, will I do like a vlog-esque sort of thing again? And I will post another one, but it's more, I don't know what I'll call it. It's not a vlog, more of like a weekly recap, I guess. Of not every single day of the week, but like basically some things I did this week. So I will record a little bit of training and things like that. I have gained a little bit of weight, so I'm not as shredded as I normally am, but at least I'm not dying of like, of getting into shape, you know? So I'm so thankful for that. It's truly amazing, honestly, how people are asking, like, oh, how do I stay in shape? Really, at this point, is mostly dieting. It's like, I would even go as far as to say that 70 to 80% of it is dieting, and then the rest of it is training. But that's really just because I'm just trying to maintain my physique at this point, everybody. I'm not necessarily going to be going crazy or working out like that, unless I'm trying to build muscle, but I'm not trying to build a muscle. I'm just trying to maintain a healthy physique. Hello there, Leonardo, and happy Saturday to everybody. I hope everybody's I hope everyone's Saturday is going well, because it is Saturday, and I do wish the best for everybody. And I do want to ask everybody who's watching this as well about some videos and whatnot. So it seems like people do want me to do more reviews, which is pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie, the hentai review that I posted, it got in around 200 views ish, and some people have requested, well, I actually do more. I will do more. I just don't know exactly what I'll do. I don't want to do just hentai, but everything in general. Maintaining the physique is quite hard, to be honest. It's not hard at all. Not for me personally, in terms of maintaining physique. It's really just because, really, I've been training for so long now to where, like, I know my body very well. This will take time to figure out for a lot of people. So if you're struggling to maintain weight, really, or maintain a physique that you like or want, you just got to figure it out with time of how your body works. But Leonardo, though, for me personally, it's not too hard, because if I'm, for example, if I'm getting too fat or too big, then usually I diet down. Or if I'm getting too skinny, I bulk a little. So really, it's not that difficult for me, honestly. You don't technically lose all your muscle as long as you're using it to some extent. So because of that, I only train my physique like twice a week, just so like I can stimulate my muscles, so that way they don't shrink because I don't use them. But overall though, I will be back to what I'm saying though. Sorry, I got sidetracked here. I'm actually super excited. I do want to make more reviews, as basically as I was saying. But if I'm being honest, I don't know exactly how long it'll take for me to make more reviews, because those videos do take time. but at the rate of how I edit, maybe I can make like a review, like 2 to 4 videos a month. That's basically the ballpark of what I'm looking at here if I do any more reviews and whatnot. So I really do want to review some light novels, but then again, light novels are very hard to review if I'm being completely transparent here. So there's a lot of stuff I can actually review, because I don't want to review just anime, because I feel like everybody does anime reviews. So I want to review other things as well, such as like obscure mangas, canceled manga series, or like short light novels that only has one book, you know? Or things that are unique to me. I don't want to make like whatever is trending, you know? But that's currently the goal. I do have a video as an idea as of now. I haven't recorded it or made it yet. It's really just a video in idea, like a video and thought process right now. Yeah. So Yuichiro, so here's the funny thing. I mainly only know him as Kureno, aka the Rooster, aka Fruits Baskets. But oh man, okay. So I'll be honest, Yuichiro Umehara, he's super popular, but I really only associate him with roles that I personally know him for. Because that dude voices a lot of roles, John, if I'm being completely honest here. So, really, it's kind of crazy to, like, to mention him, because he's one of the greatest legends. I am still voice acting, by the way, everybody. So, it's kind of funny. So, right now, I'm trying to kick my foot in the door with, like, voice narrations and things like that. So currently, those are the roles I'm auditioning for. It's basically anything that's voice related, that is narrative focused. Basically, is basically what I'm saying. But that's basically where I want to get started at, and then I want to reach out to different ranges of things like that. And that's currently where I am right now. I'll be honest, for like the past week and a half, I have not actually auditioned for much, because a lot of the voice acting roles that are open at Casting Call or on Twitter or on YouTube, a lot of them are not roles that I can fit into or roles that I like personally, because sorry, my sinuses are kicking in here, so my nose is pretty rough right now. But essentially what I'm saying is that voice acting roles, I'm trying to find things that I know I can do justice in, because I just don't want roles. Like, I want I want to become characters, like acting, because I'm a stage actor, you know, of 9 years. So you get where I'm coming from. Seems like I'm getting sick. Bless myself. I'm sorry. See, this is what happens when you get, like, I don't know why I'm starting to feel a little bit icky or a little bit sick. Not intentional, but it seems like it's going that way. But everybody, though, I will be posting more reviews. And hello there, Pigeon. And as I stated before, thank you, John. And as I stated before, I am actually open to any recommendations for what people want me to review. But if I'm going to be reviewing, whether it's a movie, anime, it doesn't have to be anime related, by the way. Whether it's a game, movie, anime, whatever, it has to be something that is very distinctive to me or something very unique. But that is basically my only rule of thumb in terms of, like, if people want to recommend me to actually talk about something or make a review on. And there is a playlist, by the way. So I have created a playlist called Reviews on Everything, which is basically where I'm going to be posting my reviews on that playlist. So right now there's only one video on that playlist, which is my the hentai review. But I will be doing more reviews, so stay around, everybody, if you want to actually see more reviews. The next one, which is a creative process as of now, which I haven't started yet, is, as I stated, light novel. There is a light novel I want to review. It's only one book, and actually you can buy it on Amazon, and I have discussed about it already. And I don't know if maybe I'll do 2 versions, a spoiler-free version, and then in the future, if I feel like it, maybe I'll do a spoiler version, I guess, discussing about it. because I don't want to. It's kind of funny. I want to make reviews, but at the same time, I don't want to give too many spoilers because I don't want to make it about like. So I'm not trying to make a breakdown videos. That's not for me personally. If you understand what I'm saying, or like a videos explain type of video, it's more so of just me giving my personal thoughts on what I find like unique about this series or this story overall, movie, anime, whatever. So that's the reason why I don't want to make it like a spoiler review. So maybe I'll do like 2 parts, I guess, a spoiler review and then a spoiler-free review. And that's basically the idea I have as of now for like the future review videos. And currently, I would like to try one video a month, and then once people like it enough, I guess, to where like it's worth my time, maybe try to crank out 2 to 3, maybe 4 a month. But I'm not gonna lie, working full-time doesn't really help if I'm being transparent here, because working full-time does take away time away from editing. So really, editing reviews is kind of the hard part, is because they're long. Like 8 minutes plus is not it's not like something easy, you know. But unless I take the easy way out of like making poorly edited videos, it's just not worth it. Like if I'm gonna make a review video, everybody, I'm gonna put the sauce in it, like the hentai review. I'm not gonna cheap out. That is just the way I work in terms of my reviews. Because here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing, everybody. The reason why I don't want to cheap out when it comes to my reviews and editing those videos is because I feel the type of way. Like if I'm reviewing something, I have to feel connected to it. And because of that, like I will put in the effort, like that I can, like as much effort as I can to actually make a good review video for you guys. So that hentai review video was not easy to make. It seems like I just put in some panels and some, you know, some editing styles into it. Well, that video was not easy to make, I swear. Because there were so many times the video... So I did a bunch of test videos of like some panels of that hentai review for test footage. A lot of them got either age restricted or taken down because it was considered inappropriate material. So like, it was not easy making those videos. I swear to God, it was not. But I'm glad that I got it done for you guys. So, in the future though, everybody, there's gonna be more reviews. I promise. It's just the fact that like, I don't really know what... I just want to make stuff I like, but if I do stuff I like, I don't think people will click with it. But I just don't care at this point, you know? Oh yeah, I'm super excited. But anyhow though, people have asked, will I do reviews on anime? Honestly, it depends on what it is, really. Because I don't want to make reviews on anime for like popular or mainstream series, you know? Because I feel like, for example, if I discuss about a popular series like One Piece, for example. I like One Piece a lot, but there's like a million One Piece YouTube channels that can do more justice than I can on a review. You know what I'm saying? So for me personally, like it just wouldn't make sense because like everybody's already talking about it, 1, and 2, there are other YouTubers that solely focus on that sort of content. Just like, you know, just like that one specific type of anime. So I do have a list actually of animes I do want to talk about, but these animes are so obscure, or animes that basically people forgotten about because like it came out either 10 years ago or something of the sort, that like I don't know. We just gotta wait, everybody, because I have a million ideas, but I just don't know like how I can get them done on time. But that's currently the future of like anime reviews. And John, I promise you, you're gonna love this. I think, okay. So for people like John here, John will enjoy, like, my man, John, you're gonna be enjoying these videos a lot. Because a lot of these series I'm gonna be talking about, either you never read before, or you never heard about. Or you just watch, or you basically was not watching anime during that time. Because, like there... it's just so funny, honestly, because the way the way I feel is it's kind of like this. Everybody, imagine you're an old guy discussing about like back in my day, this anime was the one that was trending, or this anime was ahead of its time. That's that is basically where I'm at right now. If I talk about anime and stuff or reviews, there is some there are some issues I currently have though, and that is in terms of what I can show in terms of manga panels and anime clips, because it seems like there's a split, like there's a gray line in terms of copyright. So I'm hoping I can get by to where I can actually use footage or images of mangas and anime panels and things like that. But I think I'll be fine though. It's just gonna take a lot of trial and error to figure it out, because the hentai review one was not easy to make. Now I do okay, so so that's really all I gotta say in terms about my review videos in the future, because people just want me to talk. People really want me to talk about like the really obscure series. I know, boy, I have so many obscure animes and mangas you never heard of, or things that I find that were very interesting or ahead of its time. Like oh man, I am just super excited to talk about. It's just that I don't have time, because I am trying to move out, I am trying to sell my business, and I am trying to do a bunch of stuff at once while working full time. So really, we all gotta pray. Like, we're all just praying right now that like I can actually have the time to actually make videos. And it's funny too, because it's something I find so fascinating, is when you talk about things that are so obscure, but yet people find interest in the obscurity because you just don't know anything about it, you know? Like that hentai review video though, go check out okay, that playlist is going to be updated. I'm going to post more on there actually. I'm getting the itch for it. But oh my god, the feedback, like, and what people are recommending is very interesting. So I told people to actually leave in the comments their recommendations on like future hentais and things like that, or send me an email. And it seems like people will rather send me an email because they don't want to make their comments public, I guess, which is fair, especially if we're talking about like anything in general, I guess. So I can actually, I think it's fine if I talk about some recommendations I gotten so far, because you viewers are the ones who are sending in these recommendations for me to talk about for future reviews. And as I stated in my review video, I take anything into consideration. So let's actually talk about some recommendations. Some recommendations, that is. So I guess I'll pull it up on a private tab because I don't want to be on a private window, that is. So the first one is okay, I don't okay, hold on, give me a second. I'm gonna open this image in a new tab because okay, so we're gonna actually talk about some people's recommendations. So the first one, which was the most obvious one, basically, is this one here, which for those people who don't know what hentai this is Metamorphosis. And yes, I stated this before and I'll state this again. In terms of, so this is okay, let me actually add a text here. Okay, blah blah blah. Okay, so this is actually the first recommendation here. So I found this to be the most interesting one because so basically, when it comes to my reviews, this was the one that was the most requested, that people wanted me to talk about, which was Metamorphosis here. So, okay, this makes sense, I guess, but as I stated before, if I'm going to be talking about this, I really have to discuss about this in chapters. I can't. So, the reason why I want to discuss about this series in chapters and not necessarily in one whole go is because this is a very long story, by the way, everybody. So the first people's the first people's oh no, the first viewers review recommendation. So this is actually a very long hentai series, and like I stated, if I'm gonna do this series justice, I gotta do it by chapters. So to everybody who recommended this, yes, I will talk about it at some point. You just gotta wait because I don't know exactly how I'm gonna approach this one. But as I stated, I am open to any recommendations for anybody to make a review for me to talk about. I will talk about anything. It just has to be a very interesting or very different story, plot, or whatnot. Now, this is for hentai, but basically this refers to anything. It doesn't have to be anime or manga related. It just has to be something that I find interesting. So this is going to be number one, basically. This is number one that everybody recommended. Now I do have more of what people have actually posted. So let us actually so this is man, this is kind of strange, I guess. So oh boy. This okay, hold up. Okay, so I can't show it, but essentially though, the next I am trying to actually find... Okay, maybe this image is fine. Because... I can't show you... Oh man, I really hate... This image may be fine? Okay, hold up. God forbid, if this video gets age restricted for showing this, I'm gonna get in trouble, but... So this right here is the second review... the second most recommended to me. Which is understandable, I guess. Masterpiece. Okay, this is another... Okay, this is... This is strange to say this, but I do not actually want to talk about this series. Because this is more of a gooner material rather than something that has an intricate plot or story. And I guess... I guess that maybe it's fine. I don't really know, but look, here's the thing. I don't find this series to be interesting enough for me to actually make a video about it because one, it's more of gooning material, which I understand, but like I stated, I want something more intricate. So those are basically the two most recommended, which is very... It's very interesting, I'll tell you that. Now, I guess I'll discuss about what is my next... So, okay. Okay. So this is actually going to be the next review I'm going to be talking about here. Like the next actual review. Well, this is one of... There's actually 3 that I want to talk about, but this is one of the 3. So this is Yoru Sumino's works. I had that same dream again. This is based... This may be the next series I talk about on this channel here. In terms of my reviews. So this is actually a light novel series about a coming of age story is basically what this is. And I find this series to be beautiful. This is a beautiful series, by the way. So this is by the same creator as I Want to Eat Your Pancreas, which is a good movie, by the way. Go check out the anime movie. That's a really good anime movie, by the way. But this is basically the next, one of the next possible of the 3 that I may actually review. Now, if I actually do review this series, I'm gonna make it spoiler free because I'm not gonna talk about the plots or story elements, or just a little bit about it. But basically, I really want people to go in and actually read the series. If not the light novel version, go read the manga version. There is a manga version of the series, and that's what I'm going to be using for the editing if I do make a video reviewing the series here. So I'm going to be using the manga panels while discussing about it in the light novel version. So that way people can have a visual of like the series itself. And I truly recommend people to read the series because I'm not going to be spoiling the plot elements of the story. It is a bit of a doozy to read, but once the story comes together towards the end, you start to understand what this story is about. It is a bit supernatural-esque in a way, I guess, but it's really just a coming of age story. That's what this series is about. I had that same dream again. So this is a beautiful series. If you're somebody who's between ages 16 to 20 years old and you're just trying to figure out things in life, this is a series I recommend to everybody because it's just a beautiful story about a little girl who's basically just trying to figure out her life in a way. And what makes this story so beautiful is that you're basically seeing the story in the perspective of this little girl's perspective, essentially. So, like, there's a lot of adult elements in this story in terms of... No, when I say adult, I mean, like, mature elements. So, we're talking about, like elements of, like, loss of loved ones, you know, screwing up in life, a little bit of self-harm, and taking care of yourself better, things of that nature. So this is a really, I don't want to say this is a powerful story, but it's such a simple story to where it actually is powerful in the simplicity of what it delivers. And it's very straightforward too. Go read the manga, because I know a lot of you guys do not want to read light novels, but the light novel is a million times Okay, so the light novel is a million times more powerful than the manga version. The manga version, the reason why I don't really like the manga version is because the manga version legit just tells you what's going on. Once you start to understand the mystery about these people that she meets, the supernatural element, quote unquote. But the light novel version is it doesn't tell you. The light novel version is just subtle about it. And then you just pick up the pieces and then you start to recognize that, oh, so that's what these people are, or who these people are. Truly a masterpiece of a series. This is one of the 3 possible series that I'll be talking about. So stay tuned for that, everybody. And now I'm going to talk about the next one that I may actually make a review about. Hold up. Now, I believe this series already has been talked about. I actually made a video on this actually a long time ago. A voice acting narration on this. So, let's pull this here. So this is the next of the one of the 3 that I may actually talk about. So this manga here is called Colorless, and this manga here is very, I don't know how to explain it. If I'm being honest, this is one of those mangas that, in my personal opinion, should never get an anime adaptation. Because the monsters and the character designs are so intricate that, like, I honestly cannot see this being adapted into an anime. Because if they did make this into an anime, the monsters and the main characters' design will be in CGI, which will look absolutely terrible. But this is basically the next series, one of the next 3 of the reviews that I may actually make, which is this manga here, Colorless. And please go check it out. My narration about this, I've already made a Actually, let me see if I... Hold up. Sorry, everybody. I know... I actually made a video about this. I think it's still on my channel, actually. Hold up. Give me a second. I just need to pull up my YouTube channel real quick. Color about colors. Here. Okay, hold up. Okay, let's see if I can pull it up, actually. Oh, wait. Why? Hold up. Alright, everybody, hold up. I think I can actually pull this up for a second. Hold up. So I actually did make a... Lassa, I will actually do that. Just give me a second. So this is basically the voice narration video I made, actually, about this series. So I don't want to describe... So, okay. Here's the thing. I don't want to talk about this series because I think this series is amazing. I don't know, like, the monster designs, the story. So, okay. The best way to describe the series for those people who have never read the series is imagine if you combine the series of Gangsta with No Guns Life together. You kind of get this series here, which is what I really love about this. This manga is amazing, by the way. And oh god, I love this art. This character here is my waifu. This is the thing I love about anime or manga character, or just characters in general, is when they're proportionate. Like, the body proportions and everything looks realistic to me. I love series like this. This is... Okay. Okay, everybody. So... Okay, so let's actually make the list now. So, list. So the first list that I had the same dream again. And it doesn't want to make a line 2, but so this is so the first one was I had the same dream again, which was hold up. Sorry, I'm pulling up a million different pages here. So this is the first one here. Basically, I had the same dream again. So this is one of the 3 that I will be talking about here. One of the possible 3. And then the next one is Colorless, which is a manga series. So I only talk about series if I'm going to talk about a series, that is, it has to be interesting to me or different to where like it's worth my time to actually talk about. So like this series here is Colorless, by the way. Oh wow. And then wow, myself and wow, that's kind of funny. I put my push-up videos here, but essentially though, everybody, Colorless and I had the same dream again. These are some of the 2 or one of the 2 that one of the 3 actually that I'll be talking about here. So that's currently where I'm at. And the next one I do want to talk about is basically a canceled manga series that got canceled way too early. So, let me actually... Sorry, I'm gonna... This is killing me here, hold up. Okay, so I promise you, none of you people have ever heard of this series, ever. I promise you that. 99% of you have never heard of this manga series because it only had 30 chapters, 30 or 40 chapters, then it got canceled. So the last one on this list is called Iron Knight. So this is basically a canceled manga series. And oh boy, I love this series. But man, I hate... Okay. So this is basically the last of the 3 that I probably will talk about. So one of these 3 I will talk about. I don't know which one I will go at, but this one here is it's called Iron Knight. And basically, so basically the story of this is that, I don't know how to describe this story. It's basically a post-apocalyptic world that, where basically bad guys, for some reason, especially prisoners, are given the ability to transform into demons. And basically, so now you have a bunch of like prisoners in jail who are now demons, and they're basically taking over the world at this point. So your main character here, I forgot what's his name. Was it Ipe? I forgot what's his name. So the main character here is this little kid here, and basically his father is a police officer and whatnot. But since there's really nobody to actually fend off these demons and whatnot, these prisoners slash demons, these prisoners now turn demons. Basically for some reason he's given the ability to transform into a demon himself. So in a way, he becomes basically the Iron Knight. This is a canceled manga series, so the ending for this series sucks bad. But man, this series has so much potential. I hated they canceled my god. They did this. Okay, this is a manga series that got done dirty. Do not read this manga because the ending sucks. Period. So basically, so I'm going to explain what has happened to the series. So basically what happened was that this series did not review well. So they decided to cancel this series. So the mangaka, the creator of the series, Iron Knight, basically had to rush the ending. So long story short, I'm going to spoil the story anyways, because like nobody's going to read this. Basically, he kind of dies. Yeah. So he doesn't really die in a way. So he sacrifices himself for everybody. Because his body burns so hot, he literally like seals himself up to stop the bad guy. He burns himself into like a seal. Basically, he just sacrifices himself for the greater good, like his father, who was a police officer just like him, or who he admires to be. So I was not very pleased with this ending. But the reason why they made it that ending is because this series was getting canceled. So they had to wrap it up ASAP. So basically what happened is at the end of the series... Wow, he is trying to die. No, this... Okay, look. I know this series sounds really bad, I promise you. But this series is amazing for what it is. Like... I swear, man. Some of these... You guys... Oh my god. Okay, hold up. Let me actually, like... oh, sorry, hold up. I need to show you some of these panels here, because like these panels here are like truly amazing. Like you just don't see panels like this anymore. See how detailed these panels are? Like, dude, you guys are missing out, man. This series is amazing, even though it got done dirty, which pisses me off a lot. There truly is not anything like this series, man. Yo. Oh my god. Like tell me why does series like this gets canceled? You have to understand, from my understanding, the way it was supposed to go originally, this the main character in this story, Iron Knight, I believe he's 12 or 13 years old in the beginning of the story. And then, from my understanding, originally there was supposed to be a time jump to where he's 16 then. So like a teenager. That was my basic understanding of how the series was supposed to go. But due to how poor it did, it got canceled. So, yeah. So this is the story Iron Knight. Yes, these are all former prisoners that became demons. And you can actually feel the intimidation. Like, this is why I loved Iron Knight. Like, the MC is a kid, yes. But he was supposed to grow up a little bit. So there was supposed to be... So it's kind of like how One Piece is, or Sosei no Onyoji. How, like, they start off as kids, and then there was supposed to be a time jump. So, like, this series came out 10 years ago, I believe. 9 to 10 years ago. And oh my god, I still... This is one of the few series I probably will talk about. Because I tell you, man, the main character of this series, like, he's justified. He's a justified main character. I swear, people done this series so dirty, man. It's like if Kaiju number 8 was cool. Like, in a good way. Because I loved Iron Knight. Don't, like, it's so cool, man. God. Look, please go read it. Look, it's even, like, just go read Iron Knight. Just the first few chapters. There was so much potential. And then it got canceled. And I'm still pissed. Till this day. Till this day, I'm still pissed. Look. Trust me. The main character is a kid. But sometimes, like, his... Dude, oh my god. Let me read this for you guys.
The demon who protects humans. The giant of iron and blood. The Iron Knight.
Like, this series is amazing. They screw... If you're... Okay, if you want to read a manga that had potential, this is the manga to talk about. Oh, God. I don't think anyone has any right to be as mad as I am. Like, when this series got canceled. Trust me, the manga's ending sucks. But it's not the creator's fault. It's because the series done poorly. If I have not convinced you to read any of these series that I'm going to be talking about in the future, go check them out. Because, like, people just don't understand me. I am an anime historian here. Not just with anime, but with manga, light novels, visual novels, the whole 9 yards. I am a historian. This is why a lot of you never heard of these series before in your life. Like everybody be like, "Ah, man, Kumo Sensei, I'm a real anime fan," and I talk about a series you never heard of. This is one of those series. But I just, oh my god, I cannot convince people to read this manga. This manga has so much goddamn potential. But man, did they screw it up. They screw up this series so bad, I cannot forgive them. By the way, if you enjoy this live stream, or if you enjoy me talking about obscure series, please, by all means, like this live stream. And if you want me to talk about more obscure series, then by all means, hey, hit me up. Hello there, Piyush. Yes, I remember you. But, well, like I stated though, I am somebody, like, I know a lot. Trust me, I know a lot of good series that got canceled. I have a million in my head. So there's like a million series I want to talk about. Not just anime, but manga, light novels, visual novels, originals, one-shots. There's a lot that a lot of you do not know about that I do. So like, for example, Iron Knight, the series we just talked about here, they got canceled with a really crappy ending. The ending does suck, by the way. I'm not even gonna hold back on like my personal opinion here, because the ending did suck, but the ending sucks bad. But it's really just because they had to rush the series because people didn't find the series appealing, and it's infuriating too, because one of the reasons why the series did not do well is because the main character is a little kid. He's only 13. There was supposed to be a time skip, so like we were supposed to see him grown up later on, like 16, 17. That's the same age as most characters in anime. Like that's the same. Like, God, people were not patient. Just put it that way. People were not patient with the series. They didn't give it a chance. That's why it got canceled. Oh, God damn it. Feel bad for our main character. I think his name was Tepe. Tepe was the main character's name, by the way, for Iron Knight. I still do recommend people to go read this goddamn series, because this series goes hard sometimes. It doesn't need to go hard, but when it does, it delivers. It's just that the ending sucks. But yeah, so those are the 3 series I do mention. So so that is currently where I'm at, everybody. So allow me to open these. What about Zach Bell? Was it Tony? Look, we're not talking about Zach. Look, Zach Bell. I think Zach Bell is not the series I want to talk about here. But basically, though, what I'm saying is that, so when it comes to my reviews, these are the 3 that I really want to talk about. So the first one here is a light novel. I Had That Same Dream Again by Yuru Sumino. Second, Iron Knight. Well, second is Colorless. And then third is Iron Knight. These 3 series, in my personal opinion, are very obscure. So, like, I promise you the majority of you have not heard or read any of these series. And that's currently where I'm at in terms of my reviews that I really want to make it on. Now, I don't want to make reviews on anime too often, actually. So, that's going to be a hot take, everybody. So here's my hot take. I'm actually trying not to make too much reviews on anime, because if it's an anime, a lot of people has already seen it, you know? You understand what I'm saying? Because the majority of my viewers, or the majority of people, are anime viewers. So if I was to like talk about an anime, some other YouTuber probably made a video on it. So I really want to dive into the stuff that you may have never heard about, or stuff that is very unique. This is why, like, this is the reason why I want to make the reviews I want to make. It's because you have never heard of this series before, and you would probably never actually check it out. But you will find it interesting how somebody is talking about it. Even though it's been over 10 years, 12 years in some cases for some of these series that I'm going to talk about in the future. So because of that, like, I think my reviews is not going to be for everybody. Because, for example, if I make a review talking about One Piece, it's going to get thousands of views because it's One Piece. One Piece is mainstream, it's popular. But if I make for example, if I make like a series talking about if I make a review talking about a visual novel series called Rewrite, nobody's going to talk about it, because Rewrite is a very obscure visual novel with a really wacky anime adaptation, you know? And that's basically how I want to target my reviews, is that I want to talk about stuff that like people don't want to talk about, or people that don't know anything about this series, you know? And trust me, I will make it spoiler free for most people, or most series, unless it got canceled like Iron Knight. Iron Knight was a example of a series that got canceled too soon for its own good, which pisses me off. But that's currently what I want to do for my future reviews, though. So a lot of you may be wondering, when will I post the next review then? And will I talk about Iron Knight's Colorless or I Had the Same Dream Again of these 3 series here? So of these 3 series, I don't really know when I'll make the videos on them or how long it'll take before I make the videos. And it's because I'm working full-time right now. I'm also in the process of trying to sell away my business and also in the process of trying to move out. So because of that, I don't really have much time to make reviews. So, yeah. I will talk about these series, but here's my catch though. I'm gonna try to avoid the whole, anime breakdown videos like, this anime explained. The reason why I'm trying to avoid anime or series explained videos is because my goal is really just to talk about these series, what I find fascinating about it, and why you should go check it out. I'm not trying to spoil stories for you guys, because I feel like a lot of stories is better if people kind of go in with a general idea, but at the same time go in blind. Like, for example, One Piece, everybody knows One Piece is about Luffy trying to become Pirate King, you know? But I want people to also go in, like, not knowing what the full context of the story is about. So these 3 is one of these 3 will be my first reviews that I'll be talking about here. Hello there, Night Shadow. It's good to see you again, Shadow. It's been a while. But, yeah, these 3 is probably what I'm going to be targeting first, one of these 3. If not, then I do want to target another series that I do want to talk about. And so this series already has I don't know if I should talk about this series because this series here is one series I do really want to talk about. Hold up. Okay, so this may be... Okay, actually, I want to add this to the list. So Umineko may be the next review I will talk about as well. This series here is a freaking masterpiece. But the anime sucks. But so allow me to discuss about this series here. So this series here is called Umineko. So Umineko is basically... Oh my god. So there's already... Okay, I don't know how to explain this series. This series is... I mean, this visual novel is just batshit crazy. It's a game of the supernatural versus the logical. That's basically the whole entire plot of this. I don't even know how to describe this series. This is probably one of my favorite visual novels of all time. It is tied with Steins Gate. At times, it even surpasses Steins Gate. So allow me to explain. This series is basically about a family, and basically the head of the family is getting old to where he's about to pass. And he's super rich. And I don't know how to describe this series. But basically, there's going to be a family meeting about discussing about who's going to be inheriting the family wealth. And what comes down is that when the whole family meets up on the island, it leads to a murder mystery, and then out of nowhere, a witch claims to have caused the murders. So now we get into this crazy back and forth story of the logical here, trying to prove that the death was by a logical cause versus death caused by a supernatural, mystical fantasy cause, you know? So it's a game of logical versus supernatural. And this shit is so batshit crazy. This story is fucking crazy. I don't use profanity unless I truly mean it. And this story is crazy. You cannot... As much as I hate to say this, this is a series you have to actually read through and through to understand the full context of how batshit crazy it is. Because this visual novel is the longest visual novels of all time. One of the longest of all times. People even consider this series here the One Piece of visual novels. But I promise you, this story here is fucking solid. It is, oh god, I don't know how to describe it is crazy. Like it goes from it. Okay, so for those people who had never heard of the series, allow me to explain how crazy this shit escalates. It's like there's a murder, and then you're trying to prove that it was caused by a logical reasoning and not by a witch, aka not by supernatural reasonings. And then you have gods interfering with like this case that's happening, while at the same time it's like a battle of chess, and there are like demons being summoned and like shit happening, and the main character here legit has to prove that it was caused by a logical reasoning. And man, this shit is crazy. I don't even know how to explain this series. The main characters, like all these characters have Riz. Like it is crazy. Like there's not one way. This is a series where there is not one wasted character. Every single character you see in this portfolio, every single character in this story that's introduced will be utilized. So I actually love this series a lot, man. Like these characters are memorable. As a matter of fact, every now and then, every few years, this game actually, this visual novel gets a remaster, which is pretty interesting. It was originally on PC, and then it got remastered onto the PC again, and then it got put onto PS3, and then I believe it got put onto the Nintendo Switch as well, as of recent. So this series here this story is just it is batshit crazy. And as a matter of fact, like there's even stage plays that are still being held in Japan of this story. It is awesome. I love this series. If you have not checked out this I honestly don't know how to describe this story, because this is okay. I don't know. See, here's the thing. My two favorite visual novels of all time, there are two: Steins Gate and Umineko, this series that you're seeing right now. But the reason why I think Umineko sometimes tops Steins Gate is because of how janky it is. Janky. This series is janky as hell, man. But okay, if I had not convinced you how wacky this story is, nobody can, because I've watched every single review on YouTube describing or breaking down this series, and none of them have actually gone to like the deep dives of it. Hello there, Marco. Like, oh my god, dude. So our main character is Battler here, the guy in the red hair, and Beatrice here, this woman here. They have killer Riz. Like, oh man, I just can't convince people to actually read this visual novel. This visual novel, by the way, is extremely long. I think it's over 50 hours long, 100 hours long-ish. It is a very long visual novel, but my god, does this shit go hard. I just I get so excited talking about this series. But this is definitely up there with one of the next reviews I may actually talk about in the future. So for a heads up, everybody, in terms of my future reviews other than the hentai review, so Umineko, I Had the Same Dream Again, Iron Knight, and Colorless. These four here I really want to make a review on. I'm not going to do a breakdown video. So let me to re-clarify. I will not be talking about this series in terms of breaking it down, what's it about, and things like that. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to give you my honest thoughts, a little bit of backstory about the series, and basically just trying to make you guys interested, or at least make you aware that these series does exist. Because these series, in my personal opinion, are very unique. And trust me, they're not just anime. None of these are animes, by the way. So this is a visual. So Umineko is a visual novel. I Had the Same Dream Again is a light novel. Iron Knight is a manga that got canceled. Still wish it got done justice, but this manga got done dirty. And then Colorless is a manga that will probably never get an anime adaptation because the anime will look terrible if they did. I'm just saying, if they made an anime out of this Colorless manga, it will look terrible. It will be all in CGI, I bet. Because there's no way you can draw all this cool details and stuff, you know, in anime format. But that is basically where I'm at, everybody. And trust me, I know, like, I will only make reviews on series that I find interesting or a series that I think is worth talking about. And I'm trying to, okay. And allow me to re-clarify again. I am trying to avoid animes because everybody is already talking about anime. Anime as a genre is already too big, if you understand what I'm saying. So it only makes sense for me to talk about series that have yet to be an anime adaptation or series that are, in my personal opinion, obscure or one of a kind. So like, you know, so the series I mentioned, these are series I want to talk about. Now, granted, you're going to hate me for saying this, everybody. I am working a full-time job right now. I am actually also trying to sell out my business while trying to move out. So I don't really have as much time as I would like to actually make these longer video reviews, because the hentai review that I made, which is the first video on that playlist, by the way, on the reviews on anything, no, the reviews of everything playlist. That's the playlist where all the reviews will go, by the way. So that way, if people are looking for future reviews, it will be on that playlist. That hentai review video took weeks to make because YouTube keeps. There were 3 reasonings why. It was inappropriate, age restriction, or copyright material. Yes, even manga is copyrighted. So, because of that, it took an extremely long time to actually re-edit. Like, I re-edited that hentai review like 20 times about. And it's just kind of frustrating to me personally, because I put my heart and soul into that, like, literally into that hentai review. So for those people who are wondering how long it took about a month, a little over a month actually. But I kept my promise though, and I will keep my promise still. You know. Let's see. I became the male leads. You didn't continue? No, I have yet to continue that series because I just don't have time to be reading like that, Marco. If I'm being like, I'm not even gonna hold it back on you. But Mama is not. See, you have to convince me though. Like here's the thing. I don't hate the series, but at the same time, like, it's not really easy for me to make these type of videos. So like this hentai, this hentai review that I made, Futatabi Koisu by Mushi, was extremely difficult for it to not get affected by anything. So I'm hoping, like, if I do make more of these types of videos here, like, I'm hoping that, like, it doesn't go through the whole process again. Because it takes so much time to make these videos. And this video was only 13 minutes long. I could have easily made it 20. But I don't want to, you know, overdo myself here, Marco. But if I'm being... But here's the thing, though, Marco. I don't hate the light novels you recommended me. But it's not... Like, it's not obscure enough to where, like, I really, really want to talk about it. It's somewhere in the middle. It's not overrated, but it's not overly obscure to where I want to make a review on it, you know? But to my viewers, or to everybody who's watching this, like, making this video was not easy. I promise you that. But I will be making more reviews in the future. So I am open to recommendations, but it has to be worth my time. Oh yeah, sorry about that, Marco. Yeah, just for clarification, Marco's recommending a manhwa series. It's more of a cute, it's more of a parenting manhwa series, by the way. For those who are wondering what Marco is talking about here, Marco is my OG viewer, by the way. One of the original viewers on this channel, who's been here since the beginning. Everybody should send him some praise, I'll tell you that. But realistically speaking, though, everybody, like, I am open to talking about any series, like I stated, but it has to be series that I know very well, or series that has to be obscure or interesting enough for me to talk about. Because, like, what you call it? Let me pull it back up real quick. Okay, hold up. Like, for example here, Umi Neko is a very... I don't know how to explain it. So, okay, let me clarify myself. For example, visual novels. Visual novels are obscure. Steins Gate is one of my favorite visual novels of all time. Also favorite animes of all time. But at the same time, Steins Gate is already an overly popular series. So to me personally, it's not really justified if I make a review on Steins Gate. If I did, it will be more for my guilty pleasure. So even though Steins Gate is my favorite series of all time, even for like a visual novel or anime standards, I don't want to make a video on it because it's already too popular, in my personal opinion. So I really want to make reviews on stuff that I think people don't know about, that is enjoyable, or something that is interesting at least, you know? Because like, I just don't know. Maybe it's like the education in me that just want to enlighten people about series like these, you know? Because I have a million series I could definitely talk about here. Because we're at an age now where like there's just so much lost or forgotten mangas, not just manga, visual novels, light novels, manhwas, dongwas, that like I think will be a good time to bring them back up, you know? But that's currently where I stand. And as I stated before, if anybody wants me to recommend it, like if anybody wants to recommend a series to me, the best place to do it is either in the comment sections for my review videos on that playlist, or message me on my Discord channel, or send me an email. Because like, I promise you, I know a lot. Maybe I know every single obscure series out there, but very, very few of them, you know, I may have forgotten about because of time. I gotta blow my nose for a second. Okay, sorry guys, give me a second. My nose is just killing me. I'm gonna make y'all wait for like 5 seconds. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. I gotta take a break. I gotta blow my nose. What are your thoughts about series being all episode at once for watching your first seasons, so you can chill, but you lose more if you continue? Okay, that's actually a really good question. Okay, I'm gonna... that's actually a whole discussion in itself. So, I actually will make a... Marco, you son of a gun. This guy... This is why I love my man Marco here. This guy reads me so well. So, before... so, let me check... Okay, this is kind of like a double question here. So, Marco, I'm gonna answer your question. So, I actually was going to make a video discussing about my personal thoughts about like in between seasons and things like that. But yeah, okay, so okay. Where do I start? So okay. Let's start here. I am going to make a review about discussing about series that takes in between breaks. For example, like Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man. Series that takes breaks in between seasons, and then compare it into seasons that are continuously ongoing, like One Piece, for example, and then give you my personal thoughts. That was actually a future review and thoughts video. It's like Marco can read me. It's crazy. But, so, my personal thoughts is that I actually prefer if, I actually don't mind if I wait some time for like in between seasons. So that way it gives time for people to actually catch up for those who miss out. And also allow people to elaborate and build ideas and theories about what will happen the next season and things like that. Because if you think about it, in the past when we had Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece with like weekly episodes every single week and whatnot, the problem was that it made it very difficult for people to catch up. And the biggest thing was that there was fillers, a lot of fillers, to where people didn't even bother checking it out. So, not to mention animation quality at times was very questionable too, because like they was working on a binge work schedule basically. So I actually think that it was better if like we give like in between seasons for people to actually catch up and basically build a community discussion around it, if you understand what I'm saying. And that's basically where I stand on it. So I actually do prefer the in between seasons and waiting instead of just binging it all, like the episodes. But that's just the way I personally work though. Unless it's like a 12 to 13 episode series, then maybe I don't mind the binge all at once, I guess. But if we're talking about like long series like Chainsaw Man, Shonen Jump series and things like that, definitely prefer if you give breaks in between, you know? Chicken Burger. Yeah, Chicken Burger, I am going to be training a little bit once I get off this live stream. So once I do go, I will be training a little bit. A little bit of abs, a little bit of arms, a little bit of pull-ups, and then go for a run. And then I'll be out of town. And that's currently the plan after this live stream. But really, I am super excited about making more reviews. But I'm not going to lie, making these reviews is not easy, because I just don't have time as I usually would. But as I stated, recommendations are open. I am open to any sort of recommendation. But please understand that it has to be either unique, one of a kind, or worth my time, or obscure. Like any of these series that I'm looking at right now here, or showing you. Because if not, then it's really kind of up in airs. Hello there, IDK. I hope you're doing well. But that's basically where I stand though. So these 4 here, plus 3 side review, thoughts, and opinion videos will be made. So that's about 7 to 10, 20 videos. I have about 20 videos in my head I want to make in terms of reviews and thoughts and opinions of like anime, light novels, visual novels, etc. But really, as of now, they're just ideas and not actual scripts yet. I don't usually script my videos, by the way. I usually just discuss them as I go, because my knowledge and what I want to discuss is already pretty much in my head by the time I start recording audio for making footage or stuff like that for videos like these. And that's a huge flex, by the way, because I know I usually know what I'm talking about. Or if not, I have a general ballpark of like where I'm going with what I'm saying here. Because like, I want to split into not three, but I want to split into multiple categories. Anime, manga, light novels, visual novels, games, books, movies, and then media. I don't want to just be... Like, I don't want to make my reviews all just anime stuff, if you get what I'm saying. Because I feel like if I just make reviews on anime stuff, I'll get bored kind of quickly. If you get what I'm saying. I don't want to burn myself out. Is Ghost in the Shell good? It's a classic. Of course it's decent. The problem is that all your watch is not to visual light novels, only anime and manga. That's the thing. But I don't care. Because that's their loss and my win. Like, at this point, I just don't care anymore. Because, like, I hate this. I hate the saying, you're not a true anime fan. But that's kind of where I'm going here. Like, you're just... A lot of my viewers are not as connected as I am to, like, the whole bubble, you know? Because, let's be fair, like, how many viewers have watched anime for 16 years? Not very many, you know? And I honestly don't think that, like, for most people, like me, watching anime for 16 years is worth the time. Because it's really time-consuming. Because you have to understand, when I was coming up watching anime was very, very limited. So it was extremely easy to catch up on anime. Like, okay, I'm gonna use, okay, hold up. I'm gonna show you, let me show you an example of what I mean. I'm gonna explain what I mean by this, everybody. So, was it? Hold up. Was it 2000? Hold up. Give me some time because I really want to like. There's a reasoning as to why I say the way I say stuff, but 2000 and what year was this? I'm sorry. I'm trying to look for like those specific years. Okay, I think this is a great example actually. 2011, baby. We're on my anime list, by the way. So, alrighty. So if you look at this list here, when it comes to 2011, this list had a lot of good stuff, but the list at the time is not as big as it is now. So, like, you have, like, around 20 mainstay animes here. And then the rest of these is more of, like this, like shorts and stuff like that. Or, like, just spin-offs and whatnot. Like, compared to what, like, you get what I'm saying. The anime is much more now than it was back then. So it was easy back then, like, for anime viewers like me to get caught up. Like, I remember back in 2010, I could watch every single anime that came out that season. Like, every single one of them. Nowadays, it's just too much because, like, you have, like, 60 animes every single season and only, like, 5 of them are memorable, you know? So, like, for me, like, I don't want to say I'm a league of my own, but I come from a different time. So, for, like, a lot of new anime viewers now, when, like, they're trying to catch up on watching a bunch of animes, it's not easy for them, Marco, and everybody who's watching. So, like, I don't really penalize my viewers if, like, they don't read light novels and whatnot. So really, I will just talk about it because I want to talk about it, because I love the series, or I think it's worth talking about, you know? And it is kind of sad, honestly, because anime viewers are kind of entitled nowadays, but at the same time, like no matter how much anime they'll watch, they'll never catch up. It's just there's just too much anime and not enough time in your lifetime to watch everything. So really, I don't blame people if they don't want to watch my reviews. You know, I don't care. I'm gonna make it because I want to make it, and that's just the way it's gonna be, baby. You've been watching Fairy Tail since episode 1, so you know how long I watch it. Fairy Tail is kind of interesting. Fairy Tail started in 2009, and then it went up to 2012, and then after that, it went on hiatus, came back in 2014, came back, went on a little bit of hiatus again, and then came back, and now it wrapped up, made a movie, Dragon's Cry, and then Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest, and then now Hiro Mashima is making a new series after Eden Zero. I'm okay, boy. I'm so man. Now that you mentioned Fairy Tail and Hiro Mashima, the creator of Fairy Tail, I'm thankful that Hiro Mashima is finally going back to his old school writing. Like Hiro Mashima, man, I feel like everybody puts him with Fairy Tail, but I put him with Rave Master. I think Rave Master is the better works. It's just that it's Hiro Mashima. Sorry, it depends where you start. I do like Fairy Tail though. Don't get it twisted. But I do think Fairy Tail does suffer from the later half. But essentially though, everybody, that's basically the plans for my future reviews though. I don't really know how many I'll make per month or when they'll come out. But please understand that I am super busy right now. Today's my only day off. I gotta work tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, and I'm gonna be dying here. I will be off next Saturday as well. Thank God. So next Saturday I will be off. So I'm truly thankful for that. And I will be streaming next Saturday as well. I don't know what I'll do for next Saturday. But as I stated, I am open to recommendations if people want me to talk about any series. But these 4 here, and then some thoughts and opinion videos on anime, are going to be the first few that will come out. Within this entire year, that is. Because, really, at this rate, I can only push out maybe 2 reviews a month. So, I hate... yeah, you're going to hate me for saying this, but I'm only one guy here. And somehow I've been uploading every single day. Brave is better. Oh, okay. So, okay. Hey, you like Fairy Tail better. I don't hold you back, Marco. Feel free to like what you want to like. But I think of these 4 here, I really want to discuss about Iron Knight first. And then jump into I Had the Same Dream Again. And then these 2, I don't know when I'll make a video on, because these 2 here are special to me, but I could never accept that guy's brother-in-law. Look, but that's currently where I stand though, everybody. But yeah, as of that, no, as for that, everybody. I guess I'll call this a video for today. I mean, a live stream for today. Unless you want me to talk about anything. I guess now is the Q&A time, I guess. So question time, baby. Question and answers time before I go. Alright, everybody. So now I guess I'll be answering some questions and things like that. So... if anybody has any more questions or anything they want to talk about, recommendations, anime, anything in general, it doesn't have to be anime, I think now's a good time to say so. If not, I will be going, taking a shower. Well, not taking a shower, but I will be training and whatnot, and then I will be going out of town for the rest of the day. So now is a good time to be asking any questions, because my next live, I may actually do a late night live stream tonight. So it is currently around 3:15 right now here in the United States where I am. 3:15 p.m. or 15:15 if you want to use the other time, I guess. So I may be streaming around 11 p.m. United States Eastern Time, which is like super late in some countries and super early in others. For fun, I guess, depending on how I'm feeling. But if anybody has any more questions, then feel free to ask them now. If not, I guess I'll be going. But yeah. I'll give everybody 1 minute or so. So, starting now, I guess. But anyhow, though, everybody, I did hope you enjoyed today's video. Very fly for another time. For to think about questions. I guess so. But I guess that'll be it for today, everybody. But as always, thanks for watching. And as always, any recommendations is highly appreciated. Send it through email, post in the comments on my reviews, on the reviews on everything playlist, on any one of those videos, just leave it in the comments, or talk about it on the Discord, on my Discord channel, that is. And with that, everybody, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. And with that, that's about it. See ya.